Check. I was already checking. I was doing the 1 2 1 2s right before we started. Now I'm going to try to record this podcast on my phone, which has failed me a number of times because of storage issues. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to get the levels right here. Which I should have done while I was going check 1 2 1 2, which is what I was just doing. But it's really hard to tell how it actually sounds. You can't see the mic. I'm not. I'm talking into a mic. Take my word for it. Um, so I wanted to try to do something that I've never done before, which is focus on a podcast. And when I say never done before, I mean focus. Um, it's never been done. Um, I have 5 gigabytes. I have 5 gigabytes left of storage on my phone, and that should give us enough time. Now, when this cuts it off in about 9 minutes, I'm going to punch myself in the balls repeatedly, probably. Okay? I got jewel pods to calm me down. I'm zen. Okay? Um, I just wanted to speak up about my disorders, I guess. It sounds gay, like, who gives a fuck, but people said they wanted to hear about that, so my most recent diagnosis was 2 months ago. Sounds about right. I was in a psych ward for the first time ever. I know, surprising. I did end up staying there 17 days. I know, surprising. You know, so they brought out the big guns with me. But borderline personality disorder. Now this is something that's affected me. I I have a hard time um, blaming these disorders for my irrational behavior, because a lot of the time in my life I'll really like somebody like very intensely, and if that person like happens to be in my life and we're together in some way, I'm like very attached, like whatever, like cling wrap, whatever the fuck the faggots say. Um, but what happens to me personally is I don't let myself get too attached to anybody or anything. Um, because if I do, I have a huge fear of losing that thing. Um, I have a working theory. That's why I haven't had a girlfriend in 6 years. But I think also I'm just a gay faggot. So, who knows? Who wants to date the retard? Um, but I have a serious fear of losing people that I get closely attached to. Like even my mom. I have really weird thoughts. Like I had these thoughts about pushing her off the balcony, and that's obviously not like a like they're just irrational, but they really freaked me out because like the thought of losing her really freaked me out. Now I also have been going to dialectical behavioral therapy (DBT). I'm still very fresh to it, so it's hard to say if it's helping or not. Is this loud enough? So it's hard to say if it's helping or not. I really don't know. Um, it's supposed to help drastically. I'm also starting CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, with my therapist, and I do DBT with my counselor. These are two things that I do that I try to do to better myself. Um, and I have a weird thing about phone calls, and my fucking counselor always wants to call me, and then I always text her, and then she always calls me, and then fucking it drives me crazy because she fucking knows that I hate talking on the phone. I think that's why she does it. Not in a malicious way. I think she wants me to stop being a bitch and get over my FOMA, fear of missing a phone call. I don't know. There's a joke to be made there. Um, so I mean that barely touches the tip of the iceberg there. But I guess I'll also briefly touch on my bipolar disorder. People think it's like you're fine this 1 second, you're not fine the next, and that just is like that's just life, I think. But my experiences have been like extremely manic depressive attitudes. Like I stayed up all night last night, just researching Bitcoin and weird shit like that. I is kind of irrelevant to anything I do. Sometimes it's stuff I do, like research eBay all night, like shit that I'm selling. But like I have extreme periods of like mania that last for a while. I'm diagnosed with bipolar type 1, which I think is supposed to be the more severe one. Um, so yeah, there's that, and then there's super depressive episodes where I can like really, it's hard to get out of bed. I know people all have that feeling, so but it's really hard to get out of bed, and it's I hate to use the word, but it's debilitating. Um, at least in a lot of the cases that I've been involved in. Um, I have ADD, so I have a hard time paying attention to things, but I think a lot of people do, even with or without ADD. I think that's a weird thing to diagnose. Or I might have ADHD. I'm not sure which one, honestly. Um, but I mean, I just have a hard time paying attention to shit. Unless I'm interested. If I'm interested, I'm in there. I want to listen to everything. I want to know everything. It's like Bitcoin, It's like that kind of shit. Like I get obsessive about that kind of stuff, and I'm not sure if I haven't read all the symptoms off the fucking list. Um, this is weird. This is really weird. Um, like I'm tempted to tell you guys, hey, I sell stuff on Amazon. I'm tempted to show you my turntable and my new Game Boy Color that I just got that has a camera on it. Fucking Game Boy Color with a camera, dude. That's from '95. It's fucking sick. And I got a Nintendo DS, and I got a black Nintendo DS Lite with a fucked up hinge, so I could learn how to fix them. Because a lot of them have fucked up hinges, so I figured if I figured out how to fix them, I could just buy them and then sell them fixed. But right, I said focused on the fucking the thing. Talk about the mental illness. Talk about the uncomfortable shit. I get it. Um, Somebody subscribed to the Patreon, which is whoever you are, fucking, you're a legend. Amazing. Somebody fucking gave $1 that I don't get to see till like October 5th or whatever, which is also, I'm just translated a lot of money from fucking Coinbase back to my bank account, and it's gonna take fucking 3 to 5 days, so I can't do my eBay shopping. I like buy and sell shit on eBay, or I usually shop at Goodwill. They have auctions at Goodwill. It's awesome. Goodwill.com. Figure it out, or auctions. Good. Just fucking good. Goodwill auctions. You'll figure it out. It's amazing the shit they sell there. Like it's like on the main page. It's like fucking fine jewelry that's worth $14,000 that some fucking retard just gave away, or some rich bitch. God bless her. But right, okay. Also, like, I need to start going more to my Goodwill. It's local. It's only like a 4 mile walk, which isn't bad at all. I can use the exercise. I just get a QR scanner on my phone. You can get those, and they'll tell you how much shit is worth. I personally have a bunch of really old books from my dad, so I'm looking at selling those mostly. But I would like to go and be able to scan shit. I got like a copy of Oblivion, the video game, for fucking $2. I have a fucking blue uh, Nintendo Wii that I just got. Okay, don't fucking start showing shit. Sorry. Depression. We've all had it. We've all been there. Um, I guess I just don't feel like there's anything that I can add to the fucking conversation except for my own personal experiences, which, I don't know. I don't think I want to talk about that. Which means I probably should. Um, probably should talk about the my own personal experiences with depression, anxiety. Anxiety. We've all felt. I don't know how to explain. I have it pretty badly though. I'm diagnosed with social and generalized anxiety disorder, and I take what I will do actually really quick is just like show you. Yeah, you get the point. I take a lot of medication. Um, the only controlled substances I take are Adderall, which I'm right now out of, but I'm getting today. Which means nothing to. I don't. That's irrelevant. What am I talking about? Um, fucking. It's a Game Boy Color with a camera, dude. You have to plug in the camera. It works. It's insane. This is 90 fucking. Oh, this is 98, not 95. Shoot. Shoot. Dude. Uh, I wonder. I don't think I could. Look at that. Oh, yeah, you can see me. You see that shit? That's fucking crazy. Come on, dude. That's cool. That's fucking awesome. I got turntables too. If anybody wants to, well, not turntable. I have turntable. If anybody has any, I got vinyl. I got fucking Take a Walk on the Wild Side, baby. Lou Reed. That I was listening to the other day, and vinyl does have a little bit of a different sound. Everybody says it sounds warmer. I don't know what it sounds. It sounds better. I have a fucking pink cassette player that I bought. It's an FM radio too, just to test cassette tapes. I sold Queen's Greatest Hits for $13, and I sent the wrong tracking label, and then this bitch, how dare she? She asked where her shit was and was really pissed off, and I told her it was on the way. I just switched the labels by accident. No, I switched the tracking orders up by accident, not the labels. So that's how she's getting it. Anyway, um, um, Blue Nintendo Wii, bought some DS's, ADD. Um, I would go, oh, perfect example, but like, who gives a shit? Uh, I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know what compelled me to do this. Well, I know exactly what compelled me to do this. People wanted to hear about my mental health, and Now I'm pussing out. I'll need somebody else to be here with me. My buddy Bo is coming over tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a fucking like 20-minute podcast, or maybe my I have a buddy David too that might be good to talk about this too, or Kyle. Fucking, I don't know. You guys know Josh Adames, but I'm having him on soon. I love that dude. He's so fucking cool. He does forex trading for like a living, and like I'm just getting into it. And investing and with like Acorn and SoFi and Coinbase. Click all my links. Join my Patreon. Join my Patreon. Um, there's a $1 tier. There's a Tree Fitty tier. I'm gonna need about a Tree Fitty. There's a $5 tier. There's a $15 tier. I think all the rewards are the same. You get access to my fucking phone number, and you can call me, text me, talk to me whenever you want. For one low dollar a month, you can bother me. I'll probably bother you. Um, but yeah. Anyway, I stopped taking kratom too recently, which has been weird. I don't know if you guys know what kratom is, but uh, it's like I'm not sure if it's an opiate or if it just binds to the opioid receptors. I wish Kyle or Paul or somebody I know many a smart man, much smarter than me. And I need to get them on the pod too. But yeah, depression. Churchill called it the Black Dog. I think something. Black Dog is Led Zeppelin song. What did I was just looked for my phone to Google it, but I think he might have called it the Black Dog. And it's just like something that comes and looms over you, you know. And Churchill was the shit, dude. That dude was a functional alcoholic. They say that real like addicts and alcoholics know they're alcoholics like immediately, and I knew, so I'm a real alcoholic. What do you say to that? Pretty cool, huh? So yeah, I've seen a lot of doctors, and I was in the psych ward for 10 days and the rehab for 7 days, but the facility for 17 days. Um, I met some really rad people that I'm still friends with to this day, even though it hasn't been that long, but I think we'll probably keep in touch, hopefully. We had one of our buddies kill ourselves, retard. Kill himself recently too, which was so sad. He was such a fucking sweet kid. It's always the fucking like sweet kids that. No, I don't want to get into it. It's usually the ones that don't you shouldn't. It's usually the ones that shouldn't that do, man. In my experience, at least. I don't know. Maybe you guys know suicidal people people that have committed suicide that are complete cunts, but that's not the experience that I've had. Suicide, interesting topic. I wasn't suicidal recently, but I lost a job opportunity. I squandered it, we should say. I didn't lose it. It didn't fucking get away from me. I fucked it up. Um, and it was a real fucking bummer. So I'm still really fucking upset at myself about it. Um, but there's not really much to do now about it. And I talked to this dude about God, and we had a really interesting conversation. He kind of, I don't know. I have a weird perspective on God. I'm not a big like Christian or anything like that. My intuition is so good though that I think that there's something else out there because I know always when I'm doing what I should be doing and when know what I shouldn't be doing. I always know what I should and should not be doing. Always. I've always known that shit since I was like a fucking kid. And I mean that's like shooting heroin, not shooting heroin, stealing, not stealing, applying for a job, not applying for a job, whatever it is, talking to somebody, not talking to somebody. I've always had really good intuition, that I need to trust. But this has been weird. I don't know.